Young Thug, one of the most influential and controversial figures in hip-hop, has finally been released from jail after over a year behind bars. His release marks the end of a tumultuous legal saga that gripped the music world and left fans anxiously awaiting his return. In this video, we'll dive into the details of Thug's case, explore what led to his incarceration, and most importantly, speculate on what the future holds for the Atlanta rapper now that he's a free man once again. This is a pivotal moment not just for Young Thug, but for the entire rap landscape. So let's get right into it. Young Thug is free, but what comes next? It was a sunny day in May 2022 when the hip-hop community was rocked by the news of Young Thug's arrest. The rapper, whose real name is Jeffery Lamar Williams, was taken into custody along with several of his associates as part of a sprawling indictment targeting his label, Young Stoner Life Records. Thug was hit with a whopping 56-count indictment that included charges of conspiracy to violate the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations RICO Act, as well as individual charges of participation in criminal street gang activity and multiple counts of violent felonies, including murder. The charges stemmed from allegations that Young Thug was the founder and active leader of the violent street gang known as Young Slime Life, which prosecutors claimed was responsible for multiple murders, shootings, and other serious crimes in the Atlanta area. It was a stunning fall from grace for an artist who, just a few years prior, had been hailed as one of the most innovative and influential voices in hip-hop. Thug's unorthodox style and vocal delivery had made him a critical darling, while his unique fashion sense and dynamic persona had cemented his status as a true icon of the genre. But now, he found himself facing the very real possibility of spending the rest of his life behind bars. The charges were serious, the evidence seemed substantial, and many in the industry feared the worst for the rapper's future. Young Thug's legal team, led by high-profile Atlanta attorney Brian Steele, immediately went to work, mounting an aggressive defense against the RICO charges. They argued that the prosecution was overreaching, that the links between Thug's music and the alleged criminal activities were tenuous at best, and that the rapper was being unfairly targeted due to his celebrity status and unconventional persona. The battle played out in the courts for over a year, with Thug remaining in jail throughout the proceedings. His supporters rallied around him, organizing protests and campaigns to raise awareness of what they saw as a violation of his First Amendment rights. Meanwhile, the prosecution continued to build its case, presenting evidence and testimony that painted a picture of Thug as the ringleader of a sprawling criminal enterprise. It was a tense and highly publicized legal saga that captivated the hip-hop world and sparked debates about the intersection of art, expression, and the criminal justice system. Finally, in a surprising turn of events, a jury delivered a verdict that stunned many observers. While Thug was convicted on a handful of lesser charges, the prosecution failed to prove the core RICO allegations that had been the centerpiece of the indictment. The judge, recognizing the time Thug had already served, sentenced him to a relatively lenient 12-month prison term, with credit for time served. This meant that the rapper was effectively a free man, with the opportunity to resume his music career and reclaim his place in the industry. As news of Thug's release spread, his fans erupted in celebration, taking to social media to express their joy and relief. The rapper's journey had been arduous, but in the end, he had emerged victorious, defying the odds and beating back the formidable legal onslaught that had threatened to derail his career. Now that Young Thug is a free man, all eyes are on his next moves. Will he return to the studio and pick up where he left off, delivering the genre-bending, boundary-pushing music that has earned him legions of devoted fans, or will the trauma of his incarceration and legal battle leave a lasting impact, forcing him to re-evaluate his artistic direction and personal priorities? One thing is certain, Thug's return to the spotlight will be closely watched and eagerly anticipated. He has built a reputation as a true trailblazer, a visionary who has consistently pushed the boundaries of hip-hop and challenged the status quo. His influence can be felt across the genre, from the unconventional vocal styles of artists like Lil Uzi Vert to the bold fashion choices that have become a hallmark of the SoundCloud rap movement. As Thug transitions back into the public eye, he will undoubtedly face immense pressure to deliver, both from his devoted fan base and the industry at large. But if his past achievements are any indication, he is more than capable of rising to the occasion and reclaiming his rightful place as one of the most compelling and innovative voices in contemporary music. Whether he chooses to address the legal ordeal directly in his music or simply focuses on creating the type of transformative, genre-defying art that has become his trademark, one thing is clear: Young Thug's return to freedom marks the beginning of a new chapter, one that is sure to captivate and inspire his legions of fans for years to come. Young Thug's journey has been a tumultuous one, filled with both triumph and tribulation. But now, as he steps out of the shadow of incarceration and into the light of freedom, the possibilities for his future seem limitless. What will the Atlanta rapper do next? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: the world of hip-hop is eagerly awaiting his return, and the impact of his music and artistry is sure to be felt for generations to come.